lot of work in Latin America, and along with that comes a lot of work that we do for clients who are looking to obtain their residency, get banking options, and so much more, specifically in Paraguay. Paraguay residency is great for a lot of things, and of course, it's a very beneficial territorial tax system if you have the proper setup. However, there's a common problem that we see with a lot of clients, and that is that they're going through the residency, the cedula process. And of course, all of that is very straightforward with our assistance. And clients can either be on the ground twice or even now once in order to process both their residency and cedula. However, once you are a legal resident of Paraguay, whether it be temporary or permanent, and if you are not living full time in Paraguay, it can be difficult in order to obtain verification document of your address. Many international banks and international institutions in general will ask for proof of documentation of your address in the country of your tax domicile. So, if that is Paraguay in your case, and if you don't live, own a property, or spend at least some time each year in Paraguay, it can be difficult to have a true proof of address to use for these institutions. Of course, we've had the solution of Paraguay Postal, which I have talked about in previous videos on this channel, where Paraguay Postal, along with various other services, including accounting and showing that you have proof of income in Paraguay in order to work your way toward different bank accounts and especially USD bank accounts in Paraguay. We help with a variety of different things that Paraguay residents who are not residing full time in Paraguay typically need. But we have also offered through Paraguay Postal for quite some time now the ability to have a mailbox address. So I'll include the link below if you want more details. And this address does include a utility bill. However, the caveat is that all utility bills in Paraguay are typically issued in the owner of the property's name. So if you are renting, and especially if you're short term renting for a few months or even a few years, the utility bill, which is typically an ANDE bill, is not going to be in your name. It will be in the owner of the property. So, of course, one solution for this is to buy a property, which we do help many of our clients with. And there are many developments popping up in Asuncion, especially within the last year or so. But it's important to note that you want to work with the right team for this, as a lot of these developments are not going to be a beneficial investment long term. So this is one option for a mailbox and an address in Asuncion in Paraguay, but you don't get a custom utility bill. You do get a standard utility bill, but it's not going to be customized to your name. So that's why we have a new partnership with Paraguay Postal, where we are able to offer the ability for you to rent an apartment and have a utility bill in your name. Now, of course, the rent is not going to be rent that you would be paying if you're actually living in an apartment unit. You do not get legal rights to live in the apartment, but you do get a utility bill issued in your name with your address every month. Of course, along with being able to use this address for mailing correspondence. And then through that, we also assist in either mail scanning, mail shredding, or shipping mail internationally to any country in the globe. I will note it does take some time. It typically takes about 3 to 4 weeks in order to change over the utility bill in your name with the utility company and a. So after that time period, you do have access to the utility bill, but you also have access to the address, mail scanning, shredding, forwarding as soon as you are granted permission to use this address. I'll include a link below if you want to check out more details about this, but it's important to note that this is a very serious and illegal process. While you are not living in the apartment, you are renting an apartment. You do also get a rental agreement, a rental contract. So you can use that as well. Various institutions will ask for that as a proof of address. So you also get that, but we are registering you as the long-term renter of the property. And so while payments are broken down monthly, we do require 12 months in advance. So you pay once for the next 12 months in order to access this service. And for that 12 months and longer, if you would like to continue using the address, the utility bill, and the lease contract agreement. We'll include all of the links below so you can check them out in further detail. But this is a one of a kind solution. We have various different partnerships within Asuncion, Luque, and various other areas in the greater Asuncion area that allows us to offer this all legally and fully compliant to clients. If you're interested in learning more, check the links below. And if you're interested in learning more about Paraguay residency and what that process looks like, click the video on the screen now, and I'll see you there.